it quiet. If it's new, I done got it. See my jewels, shining, shining. White diamonds, Miley Cyrus. Private jet, private pilot. Look at me.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to chilly, but of course sold out Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Tonight we continue with Wild Card Weekend with what should be a great one between the Miami Dolphins and the Kansas City Chiefs. The battle for the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC Wild Card game. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. On play action, it's Mahomes. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27.
That's good.
A big play there on the first play of the game. 48 yards.
First and 10 at the 27.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, first and 10. Now the former fourth-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Mahomes going to throw. Flush to his right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Give the sack to Jerome Baker.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. From the gun on third down, Mahomes. It's caught. Jones. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down. Scoring first, so critical in the postseason. And they've got it here, first and goal. Steps away. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Thank goodness for heaters up here. And thank goodness I don't have to carry the football in this game. It's January. It's cold out there. Trying to clutch the football and absorb the hits, not easily done.
Yeah, we saw a product of the elements right there. So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10. They'll run for the first time here with Matt Breida. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Matt Breida, the ball.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
More muscle up front for this 2nd and 2. They've got 3 tight ends out there. First carry now for Jordan Howard. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. Now on third down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. Tua going to throw. They'll set up a screen for Breida. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Excellent play there on third down. Give him 25 yards.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially as pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
On second down, a run with Breida. And he'll get it down to the 47 here.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
On first down, here's Breedham. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
Ball carrier.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Now an open man, that's the tight end Gesicki. It's complete. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
And now before the play clock runs out, Brian Flores is going to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. And Howard stopped short. He didn't get there. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped him, bringing up 4th down.
And with the snow here, maybe asking too much of the kicker to try a field goal, so instead, offense on the field, they'll go for it on 4th down. Tagovailoa going for it on 4th down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off here by Anthony Hitchens. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
Well, it's a cold night, and whether you're a quarterback that wears a glove on his throwing hand or not, that ball is a rock, Brandon. You've got to really drive it through the cold and the wind, or it can take off on you. And that may have been what happened there.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 44. He fakes the give here and looks to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Caught on the right side by Jones. And they will finally catch him, but not before he gets it to the 11.
For a Kansas City.
A big play there for KC. 46 yards. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. They run it with Balaj. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. 2nd and 1 from the 2. We're scoreless after 1.
End of the first quarter with no score.
They'll run here with Balaj. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out as his guys are on the board first here tonight. Well, we have the scoreless first quarter of play. We sure didn't have to wait long into the second quarter to get some action on the scoreboard.
So was the first quarter a feeling out process? I mean, that was an interesting quarter, wasn't it? Because we had some action, we had some good play. Just didn't have any points. So now, it's game on.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe hit them on those short passes on the perimeter.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go. 55 is my guy. 55. Here we go.
Balaj. Jerome Baker there on the tackle. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8. at the 37-yard line.
They go play fake. Mahomes. They'll roll him out right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Kyle Van Noy just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down.
4th down.
Mahomes throwing on 4th. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Jones. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. 1st down on a pickup of 11.
21-yard line.
Mahomes now on 1st down. This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill there to make the grab. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. CD for them, this has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive, but at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer, and make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. It'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Tyus Bowser drops him for a 4-yard loss there, and that brings up 4th down. They do go for it. It's Tagovailoa, and he's going to go down again. Tyus Bowser, and the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead. And it is now 21-0.
Makes the score Chiefs 21. Dolphins.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. He'll get only there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33.
It's now 4th down.
Here we go on 4th down with Tua. Got a man. It's complete. Williams. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down. Tua now on 1st down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7. At the
flushed out right. He'll run it. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Eluding the pressure right. They'll try and run it. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run. But now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. 3rd down.
And 10 yards to go.
From the gun, it's Tua. The Kansas City defense tough to throw on there, and now it's 4th down.
Intended for Devontae Parker.
Now Chandler Catanzaro for the field goal here. From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt.
A 41-yard attempt.
And Catanzaro's kick is right through. So a late 3 there, and that'll help as they head into the break.
Talk about situational football and something they've worked on since the OTAs and mini camps the previous summer. They take care of the ball, get 3 points, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the 2nd half. That's the old 2-for-1 special to finish things off.
4 seconds, all that remain here this 1st half as the kick gets away. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
To kick off for Kansas City.
Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the 2nd half of this AFC wildcard game. Taken in at the 3. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Breida to get the 3rd quarter started. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29.
Carrier.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
3-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. And it's 3rd down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Tua sets up to pass it. And all almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Number 15.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
And they're going to go for this. Just 1 for 3 so far on 4th down tries. They're trying again. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
Now a pass caught by Zay Jones. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
2nd and 4 at the Dolphins' 31-yard line.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. He'll buy some time right. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. And he'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a 1st down. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Working from the gun, Mahomes. He'll find his running back, Edwards-Helaire. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. 7 yards on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
The 10-yard line. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
And again, it's Mahomes. Back in the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Kelsey, the intended receiver there, and it's 3rd and short.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
Mahomes looks to throw on 3rd down. And he's got Hardman in the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas City. 10 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Chiefs add on to their lead. Well, look, this is a team, Charles. They faced adversity all year long. They had to fight and claw to win that division. But they're putting it all together here in the wild card game.
Feels like a statement, doesn't it? An absolute statement game. A message to the top seeds. Overlook us at your own peril. We're pretty darn good.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side.
Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. And a loose football. And I think they are going to get this one back. Well, that would have been something. Double turnovers. But instead, they'll keep the possession on the INT.
Playing in snow brings so many other factors into the game. It's not just trying to take care of the ball. And we just saw there that that's difficult to do. But just trying to keep your feet and carry out your assignments and make sure you're comfortable while you're out there playing. Are you warm enough in your clothing? A million things going on. But the biggest one, hold on to the ball.
Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Nicole Hardman, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Chiefs just continue to pour it on. In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors. But that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one. And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Tua and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Out of the shotgun, Breida. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
They run again with Breida. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown.
Miami.
Matt Breida, 52 yards. And the Dolphins are able to cut into this lead.
Sometimes running plays hit or break so fast, there's no reaction time from the secondary. So I've got to give credit to the offensive line for creating that hole so suddenly. And how decisive was he to take that cut and just go? No one downfield there to stop him.
And that's fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. The drive will commence with a run by Balaj. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
He's
Tackled that time by Jerome Baker out of Ohio State. And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. From the gun, it's Mahomes. This one into the hands of the running back, Balaj.
Mahomes back.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
And he will have a first down here at about the 40.
Good.
Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Emmanuel Ogbah just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
Tackled back at the 33-yard line.
One quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. To throw, it's Mahomes. That one complete to Hill. And now nothing but green ahead of him.
That's what it is, baby. That's what it is.
For a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game as his guys continue to pour it on. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter.
25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far. And they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10. No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down.
That was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. They'll get this into the hands of Breida.
Complete.
It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 7. He's got his man. It's Williams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a 1st down. On 1st down, Tagovailoa. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch.
And Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked up by DJ Reed. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
A gain of 4.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Brings up 3rd and
now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. First down for the Chiefs. Solid chunk of yardage, 17 on the play. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here 1st and 10. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
It's
behind the chain, 2nd and 12.
And 12 at the Dolphins' 25-yard line.
Mahomes going to throw it here. His throw caught at about the 5. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A good pick up there of 20 yards. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Now Balaj. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
A gain of 3 brings up 2nd and goal at the 2-yard line. Tonight's final score, Chiefs 40.
Their season ends here. A tough way to go out.
And the goal was to not just get to the wild card game, which they did, but to win it. And so now, how negative do you look at that? They got there, had an opportunity, and for some teams,